this is Ruger 6. Please join me in watching Marshall Zukov right here on YouTube.
His name is Marshall Zukov.
To Marshall Zukov's channel.
Hello YouTube. You are now on Marshall Zukov's YouTube channel.
Hello, this is Marshall Zukov, and here we are together again on YouTube. We got a couple acquisitions, a couple little slideshows up of them, and here's a little look in the real life of it. Stock's got a pretty nice little grain on there. That's not bad at all. But this is the Polish M44. We can see on the tang here that there is no date stamp or arsenal mark. Nice lot of cosmoline in there. I don't know if I'm going to clean that out yet or not. We'll see. On top, the Polish radom arsenal, the 11 with the oval-shaped circle around it. Oftentimes it will be accompanied by other stamps inside of a diamond like that. This particular one, made in 1952, it has the same setup as all the Russian M44s. The sleeve that goes on, slides on the barrel, held in place there by a pin. I don't know if they soldered these in place or not, but this is one reason that you can't use or scout scope one of these M44s, because there's no groove underneath the sleeve. So for example, 9159 carbine, or any 9130, or even a 9159, or I should say an M91, those could be fitted with scopes, stuff like that, but that's a different video. The carbine style sights graduated to 1,000 meters. These barrel bands are interesting. They appear to be Polish. The Y stamp is a Polish stamp, and the little dots on there is something that's very interesting. And the other weird thing is on the outside edges of these, and the inside is all blued, but the outside is not for some reason. Whatever the case may be, a couple more little dots on there. It has been postulated that the dots could be some type of a hardness test, but I don't understand why they would put dots like that on everything. You never know, though. The bayonet is also Polish. The Y stamp indicates that as well. So all in all, not a bad find. Do not have a Polish M44. I'm pretty happy with the purchase. We'll get a shot down the bore here. You can see down in there, lands and grooves are nice and sharp. Bore is nice and shiny. Haven't even pulled a patch through it yet. But it ought to be a great shooter. There's also another Y stamp and a few more dots stamped on the bolt. The magazine well and trigger guard's got a lot of cosmoline on it. I think I'll probably just end up cleaning it all off. Who knows when it was put on there, if it was done by an importer or at some point after the rifle was manufactured. But that way it just won't get all over everything next time it needs to be taken apart for whatever reason. Also included with it was this sling and the dog collars. The dog collars look to be about as old as the firearm itself. Haven't been able to identify any stamps on them, or any ink stamps for that matter. The sling is unstamped as well. It does look suspiciously like a Finnish M39 sling, which has also been postulated. So there was no cleaning rod. This cleaning rod's for an M39, but it's in pretty good shape. There was a lot of blue corrosion around the little brass button here. Got that all cleaned up, and it looks good. So one of these days we'll have to get the old pole out and get her shooting. For now, Marshall Zukov signing out. The bolt here on our Polish M44 looks like it was taken care of pretty well, or at least maybe somebody took it apart and cleaned it out. I don't really think I need to do anything to this, so I'll move on, get out the mineral spirits and toothbrush and get this sucker cleaned up. One thing that can be done if you need to adjust the firing pin on one of these, if you don't have something to press down on, like a piece of wood. And when I first looked at this rifle, maybe it was the M39, but one of these, the firing pin was way out of spec. This was actually screwed in farther. The cocking piece was screwed off farther, like 3 or 4 turns. So you could definitely tell that it was sitting down inside the cocking knob and sticking out way too far. So what I did, I asked the guy if I could take it apart and check it out. I told him, I said, hey man, this is way out of spec here, and you could tell the bolt head was being actually pushed away from the connecting bar. So he said, well yeah, I don't know anything about them or how to do it, but go ahead. So I took it apart. I just simply removed the bolt head and the connecting bar, and then I used the prongs here on the connecting bar to adjust the firing pin. So if you're in a pinch and you don't have a tool, you can always use the connecting bar if you need. Sometimes you could find one that's really stubborn, and if it won't move, you don't want to bend the prongs on here, and you might need pliers or a tool or whatever else you can find to turn it. I've had them before where you press them into the wood and they're stuck on here tight enough that it just spins actually in the wood. The wood doesn't hold it.